The room was cold and dim, lit only by the flickering light above the suspect's head. The metal table in the center screeched as it was pushed aside. Footsteps echoed, sharp, heavy, and slow. Yoongi, the chief of police, stepped in, clad in a black suit layered with a long leather coat. He looked like a shadow come to life, his hair slicked back, eyes cold and unreadable. There was no kindness on his face, no mercy in his gaze, just pure control, pure power. Everyone in the department feared him. He wasn't just a man, he was a beast in human skin. Dominant, rude, cold, and when angry completely unhinged. The suspect looked up trembling. "You think I've got time for games?" He leaned over the table, his gloved hand slamming down hard enough to shake the suspect's phone. I already told them everything. You told them lies. I want the truth, now. He grabbed the man by the collar and yanked him forward so their faces were inches apart. You have 10 seconds before I lose my patience. And trust me, you don't want to see what happens after that. The other officers watching from the glass window outside didn't dare to step in. They had seen it before. When Yoongi snapped, people didn't walk out of that room the same, if they walked out at all. Speak. The suspect's face turned pale, sweat dripping down his temples. Okay, I was there. I saw it. It was Jehu. He was the one who... That's more like it. He turned away, fixing his coat, walked into the door like he didn't just crush a grown man's spirit in minutes. He paused before stepping out and looked over his shoulder. If you're lying again, I'll make sure your last breath is in this room. And with that, he left, calm, composed, and terrifying as ever. The beast had no need to roar. His silence was enough. The sound of zippers and footsteps echoed through the Min family home. Suitcases lined the hallway, boxes filled with clothes and wedding gifts stacked by the door. The air buzzed with excitement. Jungkook, the youngest of the Min family, was getting married this weekend. The wedding was set in the Seoraksan Mountains, a peaceful and scenic location in South Korea, perfect for a grand and private ceremony. The front door creaked open. Yoongi stepped in, still in his black leather coat. His expression unreadable, the same coldness he wore at the work clung to him, even at home. His aura made people stand a little straighter, even here with his own family. Mrs. Min Hye-jin looked up from packing a box and smiled gently. A kind woman with warm eyes, but even she knew her eldest son's temper was not something to be challenged. You're home. You should get ready too. Jungkook is getting married before you. That's not fair. If I find someone who can handle me, I'll marry. Until then, don't waste your time. Mrs. Min just shook her head with a tired smile. She knew Yoongi better than anyone. His rough exterior, the anger in his bones, but she also knew the little boy who once held her hand tightly when scared. That boy was buried somewhere deep beneath the beast he had become. Jungkook, the youngest, popped out of his room holding a camera bag, playful, full of energy, the opposite of his older brother. Young, don't scold me this weekend, okay? It's my wedding. Don't make me. Jungkook only laughed. He was the only one who could freely joke around Yoongi without shaking. Their father, Mr. Min Hyung-won, stepped out from the study room, a calm and wise man, always keeping peace in the house. Good, everyone's nearly packed. Let's leave early morning. The mountain roads can be tricky. Then came Min Ji-young, Yoongi's older sister, already married, confident, and always calling Yoongi like a second mother. Her husband Lee Se-jun, a gentle soul, followed behind her carrying their daughter, little Hana, who was around 5 and already a loud ball of energy. Uncle Yoongi. She ran to him, arms open. Everyone paused. Yoongi didn't move for a second, then slowly bent down and picked her up, holding her awkwardly but carefully. His cold expression softened just a little. You're heavy. You're grumpy. Ji-young rolled her eyes. Still scaring people for a living? Maybe you should date a therapist next. I don't need fixing. But you need someone. The room laughed softly except Yoongi, who put Hana down and walked off to his room without another word. He was a storm in human form, and somehow his family had learned to live in the thunder. Time skipped and the Min family finally arrived at the beautiful mountain hotel where they would be staying for the entire wedding week. The cold breeze of the Seoraksan Mountains brushed against their face as the sun began to set behind the trees. The hotel was grand yet peaceful, surrounded by tall pine trees and misty hills. Staff helped carry the luggage as Jungkook excitedly ran ahead to find his bride's family. Yoongi stepped out of the van slowly, dressed in a long black coat over his usual all-black outfit. His sharp eyes scanned the place like a hawk. Quiet, unreadable, but dangerous. Even here on vacation, the air around him felt heavy. Inside the hotel lobby, Jungkook's bride, a cheerful and lovely girl named Minji, came running towards them with her family behind her. She hugged Jungkook tightly. "Finally made it. I missed you." Jungkook smiled shyly, hugging her back. Minjin's family came forward, polite, well-mannered people. Her father, Mr. Han, bowed to Yoongi. "Chief Min, it's an honor to meet you. Welcome." Yoongi gave a small nod, hands in his coat pockets, saying nothing. Then, from behind Minji, you stepped out, her younger sister. "Only you forgot the room keys." You stopped mid-sentence, your eyes meeting his, and that was it. The moment Yoongi's gaze landed on you, something inside him shifted. His cold, lifeless eyes darkened like a stone. His chest rose once, slow but deep, as if something ancient and wild inside him had suddenly awakened. His beast growled, not out loud, but inside him, the way a predator reacts when it finds something that belongs to it. You were soft, pretty, innocent, wrapped in a long cream sweater, your eyes wide with surprise and confusion. You looked like someone who didn't belong in his world, too gentle, too pure. And yet he already felt like he owned you. "Mine." You blinked, feeling something strange, like the air had thickened around you. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt." Your voice was soft, like a whisper carried by the wind. Yoongi didn't answer. He just kept staring, head tilted slightly, lips in a straight line, not a smile, not a frown, just control. "That's my younger sister. Her name's Mayan. She'll be with us all week. You'll love her. She's the sweetest." Jungkook looked between Yoongi and you, blinking. "Young, don't scare her. I'm not doing anything." But he was, without a single word, without a touch, he was already pulling you in. You didn't even know the beast had just found his prey. Later that night, after the greetings were over and the bags were placed in the rooms, you finally got a chance to breathe. You followed your sister Minji up to the hotel suite you both were sharing. You kicked off your shoes and flopped onto the bed, arms spread, staring at the ceiling. "That man, he's weird." Minji turned from the mirror, already brushing her hair, and smiled knowingly. "Which one? Don't say my future father-in-law." "No, the older brother. The one in black with that scary face." "Oh, that's Yoongi, Chief Min. Everyone says he's terrifying, but I think he's just intense." "Intense?" He looked at me like he could eat me alive. I didn't even say anything wrong. "Maybe he likes you." You sat up slowly, blinking at her. "Please don't joke like that. I don't think that man knows what like even means." You should have seen his face. That man didn't blink once when you walked in. I swear it was like slow motion. You rolled your eyes and let out a long sigh. "I just hope I survive this wedding week." "Good luck. He's gonna be around a lot." Crowned and pulled the blanket over your head, but your heart still raced a little, because no matter how much you tried to ignore it, you felt that strange look in his eyes, like he already decided something, and you weren't sure what it was yet, but it felt dangerous. The fire crackled in the fireplace of the large lounge area in the hotel's private suite. The Min family had gathered after settling into their rooms. Laughter and soft conversations filled the space, until Yoongi walked in. He was quiet, too quiet. Still dressed in black, his face was blank, but something was different. A shift in his energy, like a storm hiding behind calm clouds. His mother Heijin noticed it first. She placed her teacup down and looked at her son carefully. "Yoongi, what's wrong?" His father Hyunwoo raised an eyebrow. Even Jiyoung, his sister, looked up from her phone. Jungkook paused mid-sentence, glancing towards his brother with concern. Yoongi sat down slowly, leaning back on the couch, his eyes staring into the fire like it spoke to him. "That girl, she was something else." The room went silent. "Girl? You mean Minjin's sister?" "What do you mean, Yoongi?" He didn't blink. He didn't even move. My demon, it reacted to her. A cold silence wrapped around the room like chains. "What do you mean by reacted?" Like it recognized her, like it already owned her. I could feel it growl inside me, like she's mine. The fire popped, as if reacting to his words. Heijin put a hand over her mouth. Are you saying you found your mate? Yoongi looked up, his eyes darker than before. Not scared, not confused, just certain. I think I did. Everyone fell silent. They knew what this meant, because Yoongi wasn't like other men. He was a Minheir, and with that came a curse passed through generations, a demon sealed inside his bloodline. His uncle Mintesok had it once, until it consumed him completely. Yoongi was the next one. That's why he was the way he was. Cold, violent, feared even by the strongest criminals. The demon inside him didn't sleep. It lived, it breathed, it fed on rage. And the only thing that could stop it, a mate, a rare soul, destined to balance the monster, to control the curse, to calm the storm. Yoongi, are you sure? I've never felt anything like that before. The demon, it didn't want to destroy her, it wanted to keep her. This is impossible. It's said to be once in a century. No one ever finds their mate. If she's really your mate, she can save you. Young, then what will you do now? Yoongi looked out the window, where the mountains stood like sleeping giants under the stars. Now, I'll make sure she doesn't run, because if she's mine, then she's not going anywhere. The sun peeked gently through the tall pine trees that lined the garden path behind the hotel. You had woken up early, hoping to breathe in the fresh mountain air and escape the chaos of the wedding prep for a while. Dressed in a simple sweater and jeans, hair still a bit messy, you walked slowly, sipping from a paper coffee cup. The garden was quiet, peaceful, until you felt something, like a chill crawling up your spine, a heavy presence. You turned. There he was, Yoongi, all black again, hands in his coat pockets, eyes on you. He wasn't just walking, he was hunting. Each step slow, steady, silent. His gaze burned holes into you, and your heart skipped. Not from fear, from something else you couldn't name. You took a small step back. You're up early? I don't sleep much. His voice was low and rough, almost like a growl. He stepped closer, too close, and you could feel his breath in the cold air. You clenched your cup tighter, trying to keep calm. Do you need something? Yeah, you. Your eyes widened, but before you could speak, he leaned in, closer than he should. He lowered his head near your neck, his nose almost brushing your skin, and inhaled deeply. You smell like fire and sugar. That's what's driving me insane. You stepped back quickly, heart pounding, but he didn't let you go far. His hand reached out, gripping your wrist tightly, not enough to hurt, but not gentle either. Let go. You don't even know what you are to me. His eyes were strange, dark but burning, like something alive was moving behind them. And for just a second, you sighed. His demon, his pupils slit, his face twisted slightly with hunger, not for food, but for you. He leaned closer again, voice shaking slightly as he fought something within himself. You make it worse. Just being near you, it wants to come out, take you, mark you, break you, keep you. You froze, every hair on your body rising. You're scaring me. And suddenly, like a switch, he tightened his grip a little, jaw clenched. Good, maybe then you'll stop looking so damn soft around me. His words were cruel, his presence overwhelming, but when he looked in your eyes again, there was something else very deep. Fear, pain, restraint, like he was holding back a monster that begged to ruin everything. Then just as quickly, he let go. You stepped back, rubbing your wrist. Stay away from me if you know what's good for you. He turned and walked off, leaving behind the silence and scent of smoke and danger. But you stood there frozen. You burst through the hotel room door, slamming it shut behind you. Your chest rose and fell rapidly, heart pounding so hard it felt like it echoed in your ear. Your hands were shaking, still cold from where his fingers had gripped your wrist. Minji looked up from the bed where she was fixing her makeup, startled. Hey, what happened? You look like you've seen a ghost. You didn't answer right away. You leaned against the door, trying to breathe, but your eyes were wide, your lips trembling. It was him, Minji. It was him, Yoongi. Minji frowned and stood up immediately, walking over to you. What did he do? Did he say something to you? You nodded quickly, stepping forward, almost tripping over your words. He came out of nowhere. He got so close to me, Minji, like really close, and then he smelled me like an animal. Minji blinked, confused. He smelled you? You looked her in the eyes, shaking more now. And his eyes, Minji, they glowed. That made her pause. She tilted her head slightly, brows raised. Glowed? Why, come on. Maybe the sunlight hit him weird or... No, I'm not imagining it. I swear, they weren't normal. His pupils changed like a monster or a demon or something. Minji gently grabbed your shoulder, trying to calm you. Okay, just breathe. You're probably just overwhelmed. Yoongi is intense. He has that crazy cop energy, you know? Maybe he was messing with you or trying to scare you. You looked at her desperately. No, it wasn't normal. Something's wrong with him. Something dark. I felt it. Minji bit her lips, clearly unsure. She was trying to believe you, but what you're saying sounded too strange, too unreal. You've barely slept, and all the wedding stress, maybe it's getting to your head. Let's just relax, okay? No more garden walks alone. Just stick with me today. You nodded slowly, even though you weren't convinced. Not even a little. Because what you saw wasn't stress. It wasn't imagination. It was real, and it was dangerous. And his eyes were still burning in your mind. Yoongi stormed back into the Min family's private suite, his jaw clenched, hands still trembling slightly. He ripped off his coat and threw it onto the couch, pacing like a caged animal. The room was quiet, but the tension was sharp, because his family already sensed it. Hyungwoo, his father, stood by the window, arms folded. Haejin, his mother, watched from the dining table, fingers nervously laced together. Jiyoung entered with her husband right behind, having overheard his return. Jungkook looked up from his phone, brows furrowed. You did something, didn't you? I didn't do anything. Yoongi, you're sent. It's different. The demon's reacting stronger than before. We can feel it. Yoongi ran a hand through his hair roughly, stopping only for a moment. I got too close. To her? He didn't answer, but his silence was the answer. Youngwon stepped forward, his tone sharper now. You can't scare her. You know what happens if your demon takes control. I didn't hurt her. But you wanted to, didn't you? Yoongi's fists clenched. I wanted to touch her, breathe her in, claim her. It took everything in me not to drag her somewhere. He stopped himself, jaw tightening again. The room fell deadly silent. Haejin stood slowly, her voice breaking slightly. That's not love, Yoongi. That's the curse speaking. If she really is your mate, hurting her will destroy you. The demon feeds on chaos, but a mate brings balance. She's not toy, not prey. Young, if she gets scared and runs, you'll never find her again. Yoongi turned away, breathing harshly. Then what do I do? You stay away until you can control it. You prove she's safe with you. Or you lose her before she ever knows what she means to you. Because if you break her, the curse wins, and we lose you. Yoongi didn't respond. He just stared at the floor, chest rising slowly, like he was holding in a scream. Because no one understood. The demon inside him didn't want to destroy you. It wanted to own you, and it wouldn't wait forever. The large event hall at the hotel was buzzing with excitement. Both families, the Mins and the Hans, had gathered to begin preparation for the wedding. Staff moved around setting up decorations. Elders chatted over tea, and laughter filled the air. You were seated beside your sister Minji, helping her pick between fabric swatches for her hanbok. You were calmer now, though the memory of Yoongi's eyes still sat in the back of your mind like a shadow. The double doors opened with a quiet click. In walked Yoongi, dressed in a dark grey shirt and slacks. No coat, no leather, no storm, just him. Your breath caught for a second, but he didn't look your way. Instead, he walked towards his father, quietly joining the conversation about seating arrangements. He was calm, composed. Jiyoung raised an eyebrow when she saw him behaving like an actual human. Someone finally told the beast to sit, more like threatened him with exile. Yoongi politely greeted the elders, nodded along the decorations, and even responded when Minji's mother asked for his opinion on flower arrangements. You glanced at him out of the corner of your eye, unsure if you were supposed to feel relief or fear. He was different, still cold, still distant, but controlled. At one point, he walked over to the refreshment table, and you stood nearby, pouring tea into small cups. You didn't speak, neither did he. But as his hand reached for a cup, yours brushed against his lightly. Your heart skipped. He paused. His eyes flickered to you, not glowing, not dangerous, just watching. And softly, almost like he was forcing him to be normal, he spoke. Didn't mean to scare you this morning. You looked at him, surprised. It's okay. A long silence passed. Then he turned and walked away, leaving you standing there with the warm cup in your hand and cold confusion in your chest. From across the room, Yejin watched her son. She turned to Hyungwoo with a sigh. He's trying. And if she's truly his mate, she'll see the man behind the demon. But you didn't see that yet. All you knew was that he wasn't the same man from the garden, and part of you wanted to understand why.